Okay, so this tutorial is inspired by Lady Gaga's music video Born This Way, when she's a skeleton and her face is like a skull. Roar. Yeah. So start out with a foundation that is lighter than your skin tone. I don't have one that's lighter than my skin tone, so I just use the foundation that I normally have, which is just a tiny bit lighter, but yeah. And then go over your lips with it as well, so that you have completely nude lips, so that we have the illusion that you have no lips. And then I'm just going to use a Q-tip and a matte black eyeshadow and go over all around my eyes, all the way up to the brow bone, and also use it to sort of define your eyes. And use it to define like the bridge of your nose. Do it on the side. And then going on the nose, she sort of makes this little like triangle here at the top to make it look like you do not have a nose. Funny face. Alright. Defining your eyebrows with it. And just, it doesn't have to be perfectly, like perfect dark black, because we're going to go in with a eyeliner later. She sort of has this interesting little thing on the bridge of her nose with this little line that comes up over and down again. So then working on the teeth, just make lines along your lips and then do one line like in between your lips, and then so that you can extend that line so that it looks like it's just teeth and no real lips there actually. And then from the beginning of her eyebrow, she sort of has this come over. It sort of makes her look almost angry. This little curve here, and then a line coming in from her hairline, and then a curve coming in from the end of her eyebrow, a small one, and then a larger one coming off that one. And then against her what do you call it? Hairline. She just has another curve going the opposite direction, sort of reflecting the other one. Yeah. And just sort of blend it all the way into your hairline. Yes, I know it's gross. Make sure you get it all out when you are done, so that you don't have all this black eyeshadow in your hair. And then another one over here where this other extension is from your hairline. Yep. Okay, and then she has this interesting little triangle thing here next to her nose and above her mouth. And then another little triangle type thing that's coming out from the edge of her eye. Just sort of fades out. And then she has like this line under her eye with sort of like almost stitches on it. Barely visible, but they're there. And then sort of has this sort of like a cave type thing, darker on the outside, and then just fades in as you go in, fades lighter, and it sort of has like a tail on the side where basically the jaw is. And then pull in a line from either end of the curve here. And then to exaggerate our chins, we're just going to do a little shading along your jaw line. It makes your face just stand out and look more structured. And no, not an actual skeleton would look exactly like this, obviously, but this is how she did it for her video. And yes, I know I'm starting this a little earlier than I did on the other side, but here's this little part that's defining the cheekbone. Yeah. Just take your time with everything that you're doing. This actually took me a really long time to get both sides. By the time I had finished the first side, I barely had the patience left to do this side for the video. And then coming in from the corner of her eye, she has this line that come down lightly and lightly come across that more directly defines the very top of your cheekbone. It comes inward and then also outward, and I'm thinking it extends to the hairline, or that might be the line below it. Does it? We'll see. Yes, it does. It extends to the hairline. Looks like that. And then here we go with the much darker shade of black under, well, I'm actually using the same shade the whole time, but just lighter and darker, harder strokes. Then she has this interesting thing here on her chin. She has a couple of lines. And a couple of parts here, it almost looks like it was supposed to be sort of a cracked skull, but I don't know if that's if that was purposeful or not. And then just shading in this whole area here where basically where the jaw, the end of the jaw is. Define that. Once again, darker on the outside and have it fade in to be lighter in the middle. All the way back to the hairline, and have just in front of your ear a lot. Just some of the black there. You can't really see it, but it's there because of how I'm facing. Almost as if you had like sideburns that came in over to your cheeks. And then with the Maybelline Eye Studio eyeliner, gel eyeliner, we're going to go over all the darkest blacks. You might want to have a picture to look at while you're doing this, because I did, and it's very difficult. And I was definitely not symmetrical on both sides, but I did. This is pretty good, I think, for a first try, looking at the picture. So just going over all of the darkest spots. Any part that you have like shading in, I wouldn't suggest to use the actual eyeliner on, because it's kind of difficult to have eyeliner shade in unless you have a pencil liner or something like that. Okay, so yes, it's not exactly symmetrical, but good enough for me, you know? So, I hope you had fun with this, and, oh, I'm not done. Well, finishing touches. Now, I hope you had fun with this. Don't forget to add a little bit of mascara, and then you're done, so that your eyelashes actually blend in with the rest of the black. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it and you'd like to see more videos from me, please subscribe.